welcome to the Lansing Connection. I'm Senator Nancy Cassis, very proud to represent the 15th District from West Bloomfield all the way out through Milford and up to Holly and everything in between, basically Western Oakland County. I also want to wish all our viewers a very happy, prosperous New Year. As you know, I try to bring new people to our viewing audience, and today we have with us a very dear old friend, not old in the sense that he's old, but just someone who I have enjoyed a relationship with politically for, well, more than 20 years now. I want to introduce to you someone probably who doesn't need any introduction. You've known him for a long time. He's been very involved in the political scene in Novi and Western Oakland County. Our former county commissioner from Novi, Hugh Crawford. Welcome, Hugh.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. I think you were right the first time when you said old. I do have the distinction of being the oldest freshman of the new legislature, so I guess I'm proud of that. But so I'm old in friendship and old in age, but that gives me some wise thoughts. So.
Oh, you always have been. I remember you saying so many times when we were on city council, you'd use the words practical and common sense, and I have always thought very highly of the fact that you can cut to the chase and get right down to business, you. I'm not sure everyone knows, though, how far we do go back together. You were born in Novi.
Born and raised in Novi. Married my wife, Kathy, who was born and raised in Novi. We have 3 adult children. Been very active. Kathy was the senior director, and she's currently now in city council. You and I, just to give the folks a little bio, you and I were both elected to Novi City Council in 1985, and we've all gone on to other things. You bypassed the county commission, but you came up here as a state rep and now as a senator.
Well, that history has really been very rewarding for both of us. I firmly believe that to become a really competent legislator, you need to have your roots in local government.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And some will say that the challenges of local government really prepare you for being in the state legislature. I know you'll find that out. But Hugh, share with me a little bit. You are the 3rd Novi Council person to be elected as state representative. I blazed a trail back in 1996, and then, of course, Craig DeRoche became Speaker of the House, and now you are there representing. Well, tell us the communities that you do represent.
It's the 38th district, and Novi comprises about half of that district population-wise. But there's Wixom-Wall Lake, South Lyon, Lyon Township, and the Oakland County portion of Northville, above 8 Mile, and of course Novi Township. That's basically a little subdivision. But you're right. We are I'm the 3rd in a line, and I got a pretty good feeling there's going to be more to come from Novi. It's a very good training ground with city council and all the involvement in the Novi community.
Absolutely. Well, share with us, being a new freshman, 44 new members of the House, which is huge. We're really seeing the effects of term limits now. 44 of the 110 members are brand new. Tell us a little bit about your first few weeks as our state representative, what it feels like, how it is getting to know people, and you had a retreat. Share with our audience.
We just had our Republican caucus retreat. That was for all members, not just the new ones. There's 20 new Republicans, I believe it is, and there's 46 freshmen. And we've been, I tell everybody, orientated, and I know that's not a word, but we've been orientated to death. There's a lot up here, and we've just been inundated with everything. But we're all trying to get along. I jokingly say, we've been singing Kumbaya and roasting marshmallows with the Democrats, and we're trying to do that. And the Democrats are trying to do that also. hopefully we can do that. We've actually talked about maybe forming a freshman caucus. I mean, that's quite a block of people. That's over a third of the House. So, and there's issues, as you know from being up here, there's partisanship involved, but probably 90% of the issues are basically nonpartisan, and we're all trying to, no matter whether it is or not, we're all trying to get to the same spot. We just have a little different idea of how to get there.
Well, you know, Hugh, I remember my first 7-8 months as a freshman legislator, and like you, I was in the minority. The Democrats control the House at that time. But something I learned very early, I think, has served me in good stead all these years, and that was to try and make relationships, not only with my own caucus members, but also my Democratic colleagues. And one person was a woman named Sharon Geyer, and she happened to be one of the speaker pro tems. You know, they stand up and they have the gavel and basically control the House while we're doing legislation. And Hugh, that's how late one afternoon when we were doing the transportation budget in 1997, that I waited till the end, green behind the ears, but really wanting to do something for our district, raised my hand and made a motion to start the process that would allow for the Wixom and Beck interchanges to be rebuilt, reconstructed. That was 1997. And it took another good 10, 11 years, to get it totally done. But it would never have happened if I hadn't made a relationship, friendship with Sharon Geyer, because she kept banging down all the other amendments that day, but she put mine on, and that made all the difference in the world.
It's been a tremendous asset to certainly the 38th district and in your Senate district too, at Southwest Oakland County. I'm preaching to the choir when I tell you that the Beck Road and the Wixom Road interchange between you and Craig DeRoche too, it was very instrumental in that. It's been a big boom to our area, particularly in these economic times. Yep, it's been very well.
Jobs and new development going forward, and safety for all of us.
That was maybe the number one. It was a safety issue.
I'm sure you get on, do you get on the Beck?
Yes.
Yeah, so do I every single morning and so on. But I can't stress enough how important it is just to be friendly and warm, and you can agree, but not be disagreeable. And I'll tell you, you never know when someone will be right there in your corner when you need them.
I'm trying to form some of those relationships, and as I said, through our recent orientations, bipartisan orientations, I've done that. I've got several new acquaintances and hope to be friends. A gentleman that served on the county commission with me, Vince Gregory, a Democrat from Southfield. Him and I were on several county committees together, and we got along well. We actually accomplished some things on a bipartisan issue with some park issues and stuff. So I'm looking forward to working with Vince Gregory in particular, and other Democrats that I've made friends with.
Well, I think you're well on your way, and that's exciting.
Well, people back home, when I campaigned for these last 2 years almost, they don't care whether you're Republican or Democrat. I mean, that's how you get elected. But they said, and you've probably experienced it, they said, get to Lansing and solve the problems. Quit arguing with each other and get something done. And I'm taking that message to heart. And that's what the folks want done. They want results.
And now more than ever.
Oh, absolutely.
Now more than ever. You have an opportunity to at least put in what committees you'd like to become part of. Tell us what committees you have now been appointed to.
Okay, we just found out our committee assignments a day ago, and I got the ones that I asked for, and my top priorities were energy and technology, which is one committee, health policy, and regulatory reform. So I have those three committees. And the reasons I wanted that is because of business constituents, if you will, in my district. There's ITC and Novi,
right.
A huge transmission